Impulsede is another newly made word that is used to describe the millennials of this decade.
I guess the English translation for that would be avocado toast. What's up, guys? My name is Comedian, and oh wait, what time is it? It's reaction time. You didn't see that one coming. Yeah, it's reaction time. So if you don't like reactions, then I probably would leave right now, because it's going to get really awkward. Because when I say I do reactions, I mean, boy, do I do reactions. You know, in this video, you'll see such hits as, oh, no way, and oh, this is great, and oh, I love this. So if you don't like that kind of stuff, then, you know, go away, but in a really nice and pleasant way. What am I saying? What am I doing with my life? Right. Reacting stuff. So yesterday or something like that, I did, I guess it was technically 2 days ago. I'm revealing my inner schedule or something. But yes, a few days ago, I did a Baepsae reaction, and you know, I thought to myself that I really got quite a lot of the meaning. I thought that I took my time and analyzed the lyrics, and I really connected with the lyrics because I thought it was all about revolution, anarchy, and being about, you know, against status quo and against the 1% and that kind of stuff. But you guys in the comments were like, no, that's not good enough. You need to react to the explanation, you silly person. So, but that's, you know, that's fair enough. BTS just packs so much meaning into their songs, you know. It's like a vitamin C tablet with 10 vitamin C tablets inside it. That's not a very industrious metaphor. My English is really going off the rails today. But point being, I meant something, and you may vaguely understand what I meant. They pack so much meaning into BTS songs that you can walk away being like, oh, I got so much out of that, and only really get about 5% of it. And that's fine, that's the way it is. And you guys want to see me react to the explanation, and I enjoy the explanations. I've watched a few DKDKTV reactions, DKDKTV being, as I've said before, presumably huge Donkey Kong fans, and they have good explanations, although somebody said their data return explanation wasn't good enough, but I thought it was nice. I thought they're just lovely, nice young men, really. But that's besides the point. If you're new to my channel, imagine all the horrible things YouTubers say at the start of their videos, and imagine I said that. Think about it. Now you know what I'm talking about. That's done. What else? Oh yeah, I want to thank some of you who requested this. So I want to thank Juliana, Queen Saz, Alex, come on man, Painting Your Win, and honestly, so many of you requested this, really. Thanks to all of you. I can't name everyone, or this video would be even more unnecessarily long than it already is. So, you know, but know that deep down in my heart, I read as many of your comments as I can, and I thank you for all of them. Right, so I think I thoroughly failed to justify this video's reason to exist. So it's not going to get any worse from here, probably. So keep watching. We're going to do the reaction right now. Oh yeah, that reminds me. That's the other thing about this song, was that in the dance practice I watched, they referred to the translation of Baepsae, they called it Silver Spoon, except everyone else in the comments and on this video has been calling it Crow boobies. So yeah, I guess we'll find out what that's all about.
In light of BTS's new comeback, we are taking a look at their fiercest and most political song, Baepsae.
See, well, I knew it was political. I said it was more bouncy than fierce, but I'll go with fierce. And he just pronounced Baepsae like Pepsi, which kind of invalidates a whole section of my last video. BTS's comeback. I didn't know they went away. This is from being a new fan. I had no idea they went away. I'm glad they came back though. They call me a crow booby. This generation has it hard. Hurry up and chase them. Chase the crow boobies? Thanks to the stalks, my crotch is swollen. I could have sworn the translation I read was less confusing than this. Thanks to the stalks, my crotch is swollen. That sounds like a whole metaphor about where babies come from and nonsense explanations in American culture thereof. But I guess we'll see.
You need to know this Korean idiom. 뱁새가 황새를 따라가면 다리가 찢어진다. It means when you try to do something that's out of your reach, out of your capabilities, then you will likely fail. Crow tits or 뱁새 have short legs, but storks have very long legs. So obviously a crow tit trying to catch up to a stork will likely fail.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yes, and that makes perfect sense to me. You know, I totally got the angle about the 1% or the people who have it all in society, and how they gaslight the people below them in society and try and tell them, you could make it up here, no problem. It's easy. Just, you know, do what I did. Except they usually were born, like, the parents the parents, born the parents. That's not how biology works. They were usually born the kids of millionaires, etc.
Big companies, conglomerates, and older generations. And in this video, I will focus on the last meaning of older generations.
Okay, that's good, because that is the angle I missed.
Covered a lot by other explanations. Here, BTS is using crow tits as a metaphor for the younger generation, or the millennial.
A tit is a bird. A tit is a bird. I'm just getting so flustered every time he says it.
They are trying very, very hard to catch up with their parents' generation, the baby boomers, or the storks. They also use another metaphor of teacher to refer to the older generation who are born with a golden spoon.
So how does this song, I wonder how this song plays into the kind of like the age hierarchy in South Korea, which I guess I had a vague idea about before I ever did a BTS song, but obviously people reminded me of that, and I mean very vague. Like, I don't really know about it. All I know is obviously like how some languages obviously have genders baked into the language in Korea, or maybe just South Korea. I understand that like also age and like respect of age is also very much baked into language. So I wonder how much that factors into this explanation video. I guess he might be about to say, so maybe I should just play it.
Experiencing huge economic growth, and it was extremely easy to get jobs, get housing, and stuff like that.
I like how the clip they chose, there's just one nondescript white guy walking down the street like, yeah, it's extremely easy to get houses. Like, as if he's like Mr. Monopoly, like, and it's all my fault. Ha 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 ha. I blame him.
In South Korea is now at its maturing stages, and the side effects of ultra-fast economic growth have boomeranged to haunt the current generation.
Hey, well, if you're from South Korea watching this, I'm glad to hear you guys are going through the same nonsense that we're going through in the West.
As well as high disparity between the rich and the poor, and also extreme all-time high youth unemployment.
Yep. I mean, you know, look at me. Unemployment's so bad that people like myself are taken to sitting down in chairs and talking to cameras about how videos make them feel. Just, thoughts and prayers. Oh, okay, I know I'm supposed to be waiting for what he's saying, but I feel like I'm just understanding the meanings of this lyric. When I work, I get passion pay. I'm gonna guess that's like a diss on like internships and how if you're creative, people expect you to just work for the passion of it.
In this verse, BTS addresses the social injustices that millennials commonly face in Korean society. For example, passion pay. This is a very common practice in Korean society where companies basically pay young workers below minimum wage or nothing at all.
Oh, I've been there. I have been there.
The company's logic is because they are offering a job.
That is how I got onto the video editing ladder myself, which I then jumped off a few years later.
Doing the service for the young people. Enposede is another newly made word that is used to describe the millennials of this decade.
I guess the English translation for that would be avocado toast.
That have basically given up what many consider to be basic human rights and wants because of extremely high youth unemployment rates and also very low wages compared to living costs. We have many different variations of Enposede to describe the millennials of South Korea. It originally started from Samposede, which is used to describe the millennials that have given up dating, marrying, and giving birth.
So I wonder if this word has negative connotations or just neutral connotations. Like, is there judgment involved? Because obviously in the West there's very much a whole narrative of like, well, millennials are just lazy, you know. If they worked harder, they could have a house like I did, you know. I went to school and I went to get a job at the local library, and before I knew it, I had a down payment on a house, you know. And they act as if we just aren't working hard enough, or if we're spending all of our disposable income on avocado toast, which, is so good. I mean, if I had disposable income, absolutely, yes, I would blow it on avocado toast, but I don't even have the income to blow on avocado toast. Ugh. Anyway, I'm just wondering if there's that level of judgment in that phrase, or if it's just a neutral phrase to describe the situation.
To Opposede, which added giving up employment and buying your own house. And then it evolved into Chilposede, which added human relationships and hope.
I like that. I like Chilposede. That's obviously not how you pronounce it. It sounds like there's a kind of an R sound in there. But let's just pretend it's Chilposede. Because yeah, I'm chill about it. I'm firmly in the camp of like, the world might very well end in, well, if you'd asked me a year ago, I would have said 30 years. But honestly, I'm starting to think it might be like 10 years or so. Not to like bum you out. I mean, it's probably a bad pitch to give on a YouTube video, because if I convince you the world's going to end in 10 years, then logically speaking, you should absolutely stop watching this dreck right now and go and do something productive outside, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think the world might end in like a few years, in a few decades, and I'm chill about it. I'm absolutely not going to stress about, do I have all debts paid off? Do I have a house? Like, no, the world's going to end, Not even make hay while the sun shines. I guess the phrase is like roll around in the mud while the bomb goes off.
Basically given up all their dreams and hope.
Those damn storks with their long, sexy stork legs.
In these lines, BTS talks about their want to change the system. The word 정상 in the last lines has a double meaning. First, it means normal, and second, it means top. So basically, not only is BTS talking about how this is not a normal situation, society is sick, but also they are saying we are not at the top yet, and we have to push further.
Yes, absolutely. It's interesting he was saying at the beginning, like, I guess he was kind of taking a neutral position that, the state of the economy is just like a natural, culmination, a natural evolution or end point of, a boom in like the 60s or the 40s or whatever. But it's not normal. It's just the end point of corruption and a perversion of that system. Like if anyone who looks around and says financially or whatever, or economically, the world is in a better place right now, it just isn't seeing the bigger picture. So yeah, I totally love that lyric. Seriously, how can you talk about millennial effort with the dancing these lads are doing? I'd like to see a boomer dance like this. I guess that's unfair because they might be slightly physically more frail, but you know what I mean. Take out age. There's effort in that dancing. That's what I'm saying.
This is a very commonly used internet slang among millennials to sarcastically describe how the older generation blames them for the lack of effort. Baby boomers often neglect the fact
I love this Korean sass. I'm all for it.
Compared to when they were growing up. And also the economic situation is completely different. They also neglect the fact that a lot of the economic problems that these millennials face today were in fact caused by baby boomers.
Okay, and for the record, I hate ageism in any form. And I actually think ageism might be one of the last isms to properly be addressed because sometimes it feels like it kind of takes a back burner, and maybe rightfully so. Like maybe it's not as pressing as other isms. I don't know. I think isms in general are bad. Even schisms are bad. If you have a nice garden and you find some schisms in it. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm really getting off topic here, but a lot of ism, the isms I'm talking about, they're bad, and maybe ageism is like the least bad one. I don't know. I don't think that's a hard thing to analyze, but I think it'll probably be one of the last ones to be addressed properly. And I think it probably has only been in the last few years of my life I might have addressed my relation to the other isms, years before that, but maybe that's the one I've actually been thinking about more recently because I get maybe I'm being forced to confront that because I hit the age of 25, I had my quarter life crisis, and I realized actually going against my prior beliefs, I'm not going to be young forever. That's not actually going to be true. Like, I will eventually start getting old, and it makes you confront the way society deals with age, which is why I just I find it so infuriating. And I know it's not the majority of people. I know that there's messed up people in any set of isms, any walks of life, whatever it is. Any class of people, there's mean and nasty people there who will try and kick down other people basically. So you get older people who parrot that ridiculous logic of like, oh, the younger generation is lazy, or like, oh, my generation is so much better. It's so ridiculous, Your generation, what? So the next 40, like there's no human evolution, significant evolution in 40 years, slight societal changes. That's about it. We're still the same people, and there's plenty of really cool boomers, really cool, chill, like forward-thinking boomers out there. It's just, there's always negative voices spoiling the majority, I guess. I just find it very interesting that we have a lot of ageism going upwards towards older people about, I guess, like physicality, and then you have older people kicking downwards of ageism about mentality. I don't really know what I'm trying to say there, but I just think it's really weird, and I hope it stops.
Are extremely high.
Eventually,
millennials have basically given up buying their houses. These were driven up by baby boomers buying multiple houses in speculation and for investment purposes. Yeah,
I don't want a house. I want a jet ski. You can't ride a house around the ocean. I tried and it just didn't work. With the crow boobies. With the crow boobies. What am I doing?
On the surface level, these lines just simply seem like a cry for help, a call for a helping hand. However, the word Baepsae in the very last line is a very clever play on words. Basically, this word would sound like a curse word to the Korean ear. It sounds very similar to shipseya or keseya, which are both very serious curse words in South Korea.
I have to remember those ones then.
Crying for help, and not only are they asking the protests to unite, but they are also calling the older generations.
I love that, you have to blank out English swear words on YouTube, but any foreign swear word it's just gravy. It's just fine. If YouTube ever puts in auto-translate features, there are ad execs in suits are going to have a heart attack. They're going to be like, oh my goodness, have you seen what these crazy foreigners are saying? Oh, it's pandemonium out there. Cool. Well, I like how in some of these, I like how DKDKTV, they do such a good job of really unpacking the meaning so quickly. I mean, if you watch my other reaction, which you definitely shouldn't, it was like 17 minutes long or something, and I don't think I squeezed out anywhere near as much meaning of that. I guess I had the fact that, I'm not Korean working against me. Curse you, gods of childbirth. But, even still, there was a lot of context in the lyrics, and it still took me a while to get through it. But whatever, I'm going to stop telling you how bad I am at YouTube. That seems counterproductive to what I'm trying to do here. And I just want to thank you for suggesting that to me. I am always on board to react to DKDKTV explanations or anyone else's explanations. If you guys say it's good, I trust you. You guys haven't led me astray yet. So thank you to you guys, and thank you, of course, to the DKDKTV lads for bringing us that video. Hope you enjoyed my musings on, on society. I know that I kind of spewed out a lot of really confused thoughts, tangled threads, and if you manage to tie those together somehow in your head, then, I salute you by clapping. That's what we do where I come from, which is nowhere. Just want to thank all you lovely army folks out there for being such nice people. Honestly, I've been kind of really blown away and flattered by the feedback I've been getting recently. Just really nice comments, not suggestions. I appreciate all of it. I try and read as much of it as I can. Just know that I appreciate you for being here. If you enjoyed my video and you haven't subscribed yet, then why not? Clicky, clicky, clicky. All the buttons people tell you to click, which do stuff. You know how the drill goes. Well, that put a real downer on the video, so it's time to wrap it up. Like I said, thank you so much for being here. Keep the suggestions coming. And remember, if you like my reaction to crow boobies, then click the subscribe button, all you channel newbies.